is also projected to win. So good job for Ilhan Omar. First, great job. Justice Democrats winning in the night. Rashid Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, first Muslim women, both are elected to Congress, which is pretty cool. Almost certainly locked in now at this point in time. Jamie Schoolcraft, Missouri's 07. Oh, I want to see about him because he was very inspiring progressive. Jamie Schoolcraft. Jamie Schoolcraft that race is 8% in, 61 to 35. We cannot call that race yet. It's definitely worth coming back to, though, that's for sure. And now we're going to go to Cara Eastman. Very interesting. We did a story about her, about even Democrats are piling on her, so get ready. This may be a little tight, but Cara Eastman, let's see how she's doing. 52 to 48, very tight, with 63% reporting against Don Bacon, who's supposed to be a pretty moderate Republican. That'll be very interesting to watch. And we're going to we're going to be moderating that as time goes on. And yeah, so Cara Eastman hanging in there, actually pretty nice, with 63% of the reporting, 52 to 48. Don't know too much about them. She's in Nebraska's 2nd district. Yeah, and very, very small there. That's just 52 to 48. Let's see if we can go in a little bit more on Nebraska. Let's do the full results. And she is actually performing. She's from Lincoln, Nebraska. She's performing pretty well in areas not many people are. Like, it's looking pretty nice. 63% in, and yeah, it's looking good. I think Cara Eastman, she's good. I think she can possibly make a comeback here. Deb Fisher versus Jane Rabel. This could be a major upset, but so far it's an 8-point lead for Republicans if this gets pulled up. Yeah, it's 95% Republicans. Pretty much not going to happen. So, yeah, Nebraska's reliably expected to win, and this should be. And by the way, speaking of which, Bacon has the Nebraska 2nd district. The smallest polls are to Bacon, so it's very possible he could manage to pull this up. All right, Mikey Sherrill in the House district, another pickup in New Jersey's House 11. Mikey Sherrill, the inspiring fighter pilot, has beaten Jay Weber in the House 11th district in New Jersey. That's another pickup, 16 now for the Democrats to whittle their way down to. And we got another one, House 26. Debbie Murcaso Powell has defeated Carlos Curbelo. Bam, 2 women running in the Year of the Woman. Very not surprising at all. As we are just moments away from more poll closings, we are going to give James Stanley a call as the number is down to 15. We've been too excessive with Justice Democrats here. It seems like he was kept in ringtone. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, we're going to have to follow these races here very intensely, and we're going to get to the rest of the races for the Justice Democrats and the Progressives after these next polls close here at the 10 p.m. area. So, all right. Antonio Delgado, John Faso. Antonio Delgado's up right now over John Faso. That could be pretty interesting. Anthony Brindisi is up over Claudia Tenney. So, New York could be a pretty good Democratic pickup. Welcome back, James, by the way. Just talking about how Cara Eastman's hanging in there in Nebraska, which is pretty cool. Like to see that. And, James, I would like to know, what are you looking forward to when the polls close at 10 p.m. in 40 seconds?
Well, definitely probably going to start looking at Montana. Montana, Arizona, and Nevada. And probably California. But California is probably not going to have that much of an interesting race. The Senate race might be quite interesting to see if a progressive can actually beat an incumbent, Dianne Feinstein. Looking right now at Florida, really alarming, kind of scary, actually.
Oh, I haven't looked at Florida, but in other news, good news, Chris Kobach is out. Chris Kobach is out in the governor's race. That's almost official.
Oh, really?
MSNBC must have called out. All right, we're getting more races to call right now. Utah. Mitt Romney has won. He's defeated Jenny Wilson. Not a surprise. It's going to be interesting to have Mitt Romney back in the Senate again after his defeated presidential run. So Utah, Mitt Romney easily wins in the Senate. Jackie Rosen versus Dean Heller on the map now. Wacky Jackie. Polls just closed. We have a race there. John Tester and Matt Rosendale. Those are both races there. Too early to call.
Way too early to call.
Yeah,
Not
way.
Not even one vote is it for Nevada.
So
Montana, they got 9.
U.S. right now 38 to 45. 17 seats remain. Republicans have one pickup. Democrats now they need 17 seats more to pick up the House. In the Senate, Democrats must pick up 3 Republican seats, and that's how it stands right now at 10 p.m. All right, so
looking at Florida as well.
what are we seeing in Florida? I'm getting nervous.
Tight race. Rick Scott is up still by 0.8 over Nelson with 98% in, but they have not called the race yet.
So could there still be more in Broward?
Yeah, there's more in Broward. We got more in Hillsborough. We still got more in Pinellas. Just called all their votes. We got some in Palm Beach. We still got some in Broward, and we still got some in Miami-Dade. We still got some in Monroe, Collier. Those are actually I think those are actually all. And Alakua County, which has been tilting towards Nelson. So those are the 4 counties so far that I see that still have some precincts not reporting. So that's probably the reason why they haven't called. That's probably the reason why they haven't called that race as of yet.
Also, a little bit of pickup here for the governors in Michigan has just gone blue. For the governor's race, I think that's a pickup because I don't know who's the governor of Michigan last. Was it a Republican or a Democrat?
I think it was. Let me see. I think it was a Republican, but let me just make sure. Yes, it is. It was.
All right, so that is a Democratic pickup for the Democrats, obviously, in the Michigan governor's race. All right, we got a little bit of projection coming up, and it looks like Chris Kobach could be gone too. Oh, that'd be sweet. The man who made it his life's mission to stop blacks from voting. He will not be able to get any more votes at any time in the near future. So yeah, 49.9 to 48.9. DeSantis and Gillum still hasn't changed at all since we last spoke. But there has what have you noticed? What is there more to update since we last had a discussion?
Just staying really on the Florida race just right now. If they end now, I see a recount happening. I mean, especially for the Senate race. That is a race that is so tight and is so close. Right now, I'm going to actually calculate how much Rick Scott is above Nelson. Right now, Nelson is right now, Rick Scott's in the lead. Ooh, now he has 4,012,309. And Nelson has 3,946,765. The difference of votes between both of them as of now is 65,544 people. That is a tight margin between both of them. 65,000 people. That's very tight. I would highly see a recount if it gets under 30,000 with either candidate winning, which it definitely will, because we got more of the blue counties that still have to report in, which definitely will make Nelson probably gain. I see this race going down, Rick Scott winning 50.2 to 49.8, and Nelson hopefully calling a recount. Even if Nelson doesn't win, I think Nelson could definitely gain off of the recount. But you never know. Maybe Nelson might actually pull off. He only needs to gain 0.4. Which really isn't that much. I mean, that's probably, it will be half of the 65, so that would be literally less than 40,000 people. That would be roughly 32 2,000 people that he would just need to pull over, which definitely would probably be the amount of people that are left to be counted for in that area in those two counties. Because definitely by now they would have definitely called it for Scott, but Associated Press probably knows that the precincts that haven't reported yet are relatively heavily Democrat. That's my guess, because Associated Press is not biased. They call the race when they think it's going to be done. And it's 98% in for Florida. It's only 98%. You only got 2% left.
I was just curious about what we have. Like, how many seats did they start off the night with? How many House seats did the Democrats start off the night with?
They so far have gained, I believe they picked up.
Oh, you just got it there. How many seats was that? How many seats did they pick up?
3. They picked up so far 3 this election so far. As of like 5 or 10 minutes or no, 15 minutes ago when I checked.
I think
now it's
how many
5.
how many general seats did they start off with?
General seats. Like easy pickup seats. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like no. How many like in the House? How many? Didn't they have like 218?
Yeah, they did. I just got one quick news from Florida. Nelson has gained 0.1, 50.3 to 49.7.
Okay.
Now going back to the seats, the Republicans did have, I believe they had I think it was like 194 to 218, or something like that. I think that's how it was, the seat composition of the Congress.
Okay.
Oh, look at CNN now projects 4 more Democrat pickups in the House.
All right, we'll get to those. We'll get to those in just a moment. So, wait, are you watching? Because I have like CNN a little bit delayed. So yeah, we'll get to those CNN ones in a second. Excuse me. All right, so here they are. So CNN projections. Sharice Davids wins in Kansas's House 3rd, defeating Kevin Yoder. What?
Oh, look at that.
That's pretty big. That's a big name Democrat. We're going to play the music for this. Because, Sharice Davids defeats Kevin Yoder. Big deal. I don't know. Was she a progressive, James?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she definitely was. I'm not really shocked she beat Yoder.
Pennsylvania House 6th, Christy Holohan defeats Greg McCauley. That's another pickup. So that's down to 13. Gene Phillips defeats Eric Paulson in Mazzona's House 3rd District, Minnesota, that is. Another nice pickup there for the Democrats. Max Rose defeated Dan Donovan in New York's
look at that.
House 1st.
Wow,
nice.
That's actually great. Yeah, that's a district that I was watching. That's NY11.
Dan Donovan.
I'm not really shocked. Wow. I'm actually very happy. He's a former vet. He's actually quite liberal. I don't know if he's a progressive. I haven't actually gotten too much into him, but he definitely would not be that much of a moderate like Amy McGrath was. Wow. That is just astonishing. 53 to 44% in a district that Trump won in 2016 by literally 24%.
Wow.
This is just astonishing.
So that's Dan Donovan in the House.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So that's very encouraging. All right, let's go to New York right now because there's some interesting things going on right now in New York. Peter King and Lou Grange-Shirley. There's no results in that, which is a little surprising. But Dan Donovan, what district is that I'm missing?
Oh, that was 11th, the 11th district.
Okay. But just going down to 4% reporting, 49.6, 48.5. Antonio Delgado is up pretty big on Antonio Delgado up pretty big on John Faso, which is it could be another big pickup. It's not really big, just 4 points with 4% reporting. That is definitely going to be another race to watch and could be a big opportunity for more pickups. Another race that I want to watch is Peter King versus Luba Gretchen Shirley, and I think that would be incredibly interesting to see if that goes the way. And by the way, Richard Ojeda, he is one of the fallen though. They just called his race, I think, for Carol Miller, which is a real shame because he was an amazing candidate doing what he did. But yeah, so right now, let's see. Nate in the 27th, 50 to 47. Nate McMurray up on Collins early. And yeah, that seems to be the major. Thing that we are seeing so far. But if we look at I do prefer the cartogram there. Yeah, that's Okay, very encouraging that we see Don